Another month and a year in the bag. Let's wrap it up. I want to start out by giving a huge thank you to my top tier Wizard Master patrons: Chris, Nico, Sharon, Patrick, Leslie, Cody, Jordan, and Jennifer. Thank you all so very much. Hey everyone, welcome back to Andrew's Wizardly Reads, and as always guys, I am Andrew, and today I've got my December 2021, and I guess the last wrap-up of the year. But before we get to that wrap-up, make sure you are liking and subscribing, and hitting that bell notification so you can get regular updates for when I put out new content. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also, make sure you're checking the description box down below for the link to the Wizardly Duo Discord. We would love to have you. I've also got all the links to my social media and information about my Patreon. And that said, guys, I am filming this wrap-up on the 22nd. It's a hair early, but due to some outside circumstances and real-life circumstances, I'm having to get this filmed early along with the holidays. We've had a recent death in my family, so I'm not going to really have time to do the wrap-up in an appropriate amount of time. So I do have some reads still in progress, as well as one or two that I haven't even started yet. But I want to get you a wrap-up in a reasonable amount of time, so we're going to go ahead and do it now. That said, guys, I'm sure you've noticed these two bookshelves right here. I have added two new shelves, so we're trying out this new filming setup. Don't worry, this is not the final setup. I know I put on the community tab that I am going to be doing a live kind of organize my bookshelves, which is still happening. I'm hoping to kind of marry this with the 1,000 subscriber celebration that I said I wanted to do for 200 subscribers ago. So I'm hoping to have some friends on as well, so they can heckle my bookshelves or whatever they choose to do. It may just be a drop in, drop out. So I'll keep you updated with that. That won't be till the start of till next year. Let's see, what's some cool things that I did before we start talking about books. I got to do an amazing author interview with Kate the Literary Apothecary and Jesse the Bookish Mom. We got to do an interview with Nicholas Eames. I'll go ahead and link that right there. And guys, check it out. He was so much fun. He was really cool to talk to. Obviously, when I'm talking Nicholas Eames, I am talking author of Kings of the Wild and Bloody Rose. So, super excited to get to talk to him, or to have the opportunity to speak with him. He was fantastic. I then got to meet Jessie in real life. She and her husband came to town and hung out with me. We met up for dinner, and it was a lot of fun. And let's see, what else did we do? Oh, we did the first of the panel shows for Long Price Quartet. I hosted that on my channel. I'll link that up right up there. It was me, Sarah, Nico, Philip Chase, and the Long Price Prophet, Alan from the Library of Alexandria. We had a lot of fun. It was a fantastic discussion. And the next one will be hosted next month on Nico's channel. That said, I think that is everything that I wanted to mention. So let's talk about some books. So the one that didn't make it into this month is I was feeling a little overwhelmed, and then of course I added books, so I could have totally read this. I ended up pushing Queen of Fire. I don't know. I was just looking at it going, I'm not going to have time for you, because I did Tower Lord on audio, and I just don't think that the narrator does a good job for these books, and so I wanted to do a physical read, and because Anthony Ryan is such a technical writer, it's technically beautifully written, but it really pulls in, and I read kind of slower when it's really, really technical, and so I kind of wanted to give that the time it deserves, so that got moved to January. Alright, so that's the only one that didn't make it. Let's talk about, because it's the 22nd, guys, I've still got 9 days to read. So I am currently 200 pages into the Rain Wild Chronicles Book 1, which is Dragon Keeper. Guys, this book is okay. If this wasn't written by Robin Hobb, I probably would have DNF'd it. This covers a lot of, at least this entry, covers a lot of ground that we covered in the Live Ship Traders. So I'm kind of interested to see what the back half of the book carries, to see if it changes my thoughts. Right now, it's a 3-star read. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping that the later half really blows me away, because I know in the Live Ship Trader books, those books didn't even start till 50%. So I have high hopes here. I will let you know We're going to put that right there because I've just got tons of empty space right here. I'm so excited about it. I'm also currently reading Dragon Mage. Guys, this book may be my book of the year. Like, I'm going to read this as my final. I'm currently about 170 pages in. You can kind of see my bookmark right there. And also, like, one thing I want to talk about is, I've shown this copy many, many times. One thing I do need to mention is I was reading this and I noticed something concerning. Let's get up in there. This is basically a display piece. If you can kind of see right here, all that's holding in these 900 pages is one piece of paper, two pieces of paper. This is very concerning when you're paying $30 for a hardcover. So basically what you're getting for that $30 is you're getting a gorgeous display piece with a beautiful naked hardcover, which is fine. The ebook is very affordable. I kind of wish for a reading copy I had gone with the paperback. If you do like a display piece, this is a perfect display piece. However, you do have 900 plus pages only supported in and attached to this by a naked hardcover. And on mine is pulling away already. I haven't even read this. I've been reading this on ebook. I just happened to move my bookmark into place to kind of give you a visual on my progress. So this has never been read and already it is starting to pull away. That is very concerning for me. So I just kind of wanted to give you guys that caveat on depending on which version of Dragon Mage you choose to go with. Very good book so far. So far it's like a 4.5 to 5 star, but like that first section blew my mind. Like, I'm hoping that this will end up being my book of the year. Alright, and then in progress, or yet to be started, I should say. I've got this very short book, which is R.A. Salvatore's Homeland. This is the first book in the Dark Elf trilogy. I have no illusions that this will be done very quickly. I'm actually starting this tonight, and I'm sure I'll finish it. I'm sure. And then I can give you an update on it, because that was from my Help Me Choose a Series! And then also, I signed up for a buddy read kind of last minute, that we're doing a live show on Steve Talks About Books and Stuff channel for Thomas J. Devin's Stone and Shield. So I got a free ebook copy of that from the author. Kind of won a little bit of a giveaway where he was giving out codes for that. And so I will be participating in a live show, which I believe is January 8th. I think I've gotten that correct. All right, now that all that's out of the way, let's talk about all the books I finished. And it's been a really mediocre reading month, which is kind of disappointing, mainly because I usually like to be blown away. I'm very much a 5-star strumpet, like Alan from the Library of Alexandria. Obviously, every month cannot be this way. So we've got book 2 of The Lotlands, which is The True Bastards by Jonathan French. I was really, really impressed with book 1. Book 2 seemed very convoluted to the point where, like, what really brought this down, in my opinion, is it was so convoluted that late in the book, our character Fetching, the chief of the Hoof, has to give basically a full chapter monologue explaining how everything has come about. And I feel like I should really be able to piece that together through the story and not have to suffer through a full chapter long monologue. And that really just brought down my enjoyment really quickly, because I was kind of like, okay, like, what's going on? This doesn't make a lot of sense. And then even, like, it feels like the author realized, oh, yeah, you're probably not going to understand what's going on. Here, have a monologue with a giant info dump just to make sure that you can piece this all together. So that's kind of what happened there, in my opinion. I didn't really enjoy that all that much. So I gave this, I think, a 3.5 out of 5. It was a good book. I don't regret reading it. I had a lot of 4-star reads this month, so not a bad reading month, just not mind-blowing. I also read, and I have a dedicated video review for Shadowless by Randall McNally. This is a self-pub book. I was sent this as a review copy, and I'll go ahead and link it up in the cards. This was a very, very unique, very interesting read. I really, really enjoyed this. It's got some, like, Cosmere level creativity with, like, the structure. It's not structure. I was like, wait a minute, what word did I just say? The structure of, like, Phase 1 Marvel. So it's very, very interesting. It's like Marvel or Avengers Assemble! And just, it was really, really good. I highly recommend it. I believe you can get like paperback copies of this, or the ebook is very, very affordable. Please check this out. Another 4 out of 5 read for me. And then another 4 out of 5 read. I had a lot of these, guys. A lot of 4 out of 5s. I read The Shadow of What Was Lost by James Islington. Look how big this is. This has got some really, really interesting themes in it. I really, really enjoyed those themes. When talking with my buddy Nico about this one, we felt like maybe it would have been better if James Islington had written some other books and gotten some more experience, so that like he could have really fleshed this out and delivered a bit of a more polished story, or kind of better copy editor. There is something about this that just feels like maybe third draft, not quite the final draft, and then it was just put out. This could have been easily tightened up. It could have been a bit tighter. But I really, really enjoyed this, and so I do recommend you give it a shot, because this does things in fantasy that I've never seen done before. But at the same time, it is a very, very dense, very convoluted story overall. Alright. Then I started the Death Collection in Discworld. Another 4 out of 5, guys. I do not have a lot of 5-star reads this month. I'm hoping Dragon Mage will end up... Dragon Mage. Sorry, I'm like looking at my camera going, which direction have I put the book? Even though I know I put the book there. It's a new setup. You'll have to forgive me while I get used to it. Mort was a 4 out of 5. Great characterization. Not the best story elements. It kind of just happens. Like a lot of the story just happens. It doesn't flow like a logical story should. And I've been told that like the early Discworld books, which this is I think number 4, are very that way. And then after Guards, like Terry Pratchett kind of gets his stride. So I'm super excited for, I think, book 2, which is Reaper Man. And that's on my TBR to read in January. Then I read A Betrayal in Winter by Daniel Abraham. Guys, this was one of, I think, only my... As of recording this is my only 5-star read. Betrayal in Winter was absolutely fantastic. To see the way that... Daniel Abraham has this way of taking this, like, political scheme and then throwing it into and turning it into a Rube Goldberg machine. Where you're just like, this causes this, which causes this, which causes this, which causes this, which flicks the light switch. And it's just so fascinating. Guys, if you are not reading LPQ, I know it is so difficult to find physical copies. The ebooks are available, the audiobooks are available. You can probably find hardcovers pretty cheap on eBay. Please check this out. They are not long reads, and the prose is beautiful. The characterizations are beautiful. The relationships are beautiful. The scheming is beautiful. I love it. I love this so much, and I'm pretty much planning on reading all of Daniel Abraham. I'm already reading The Expanse. I'm slowly acquiring Dagger and Coin, and I'm actually probably gonna buy the next 4 ebooks in Dagger and Coin and just have it all in ebook. I think Daniel Abraham's going to be a lifelong favorite of mine. I truly do. Alright, and then I've got a dedicated review for this coming out. It has been filmed. It's just not quite out yet. Another 4 out of 5 read would be The Seventh Cadence by Jim Wilborn. This is put out by the Emergent Realms. It's a very small boutique website. I'll go ahead and have their website in the description box down below. I believe you can pick up signed copies of this gorgeous book. Look at that. Look at that dragon. There is just this is epic fantasy at its best. It's got a couple tropes and cliches that, you know, I hope to see, like, twisted or evolved. Other than that, like, 4 out of 5, great themes, great structure. It's got a deified wizard, which, I mean, as a wizard myself, I greatly enjoy. I had so much love for what Jim pulled off in here. He's in my Discord, and I'm not giving it praise for that, only that reason. I truly cannot wait for the next 4 books in the Continua Continua Chronicles. Tella and Navid and Gabriel, I cannot wait to see their trials and tribulations in the next book. All right, and then there is my patron buddy read. This one was a bit interesting for me. I didn't really like this one. I had a lot of problems with it. I still gave it like a 3 to a 3.5 out of 5. I don't quite know where I sit with that. And that's Age of Myth, which is Legends of the First Empire. Legends of the First Empire by Michael J. Sullivan. I have a dedicated review for this that will be coming out. It will be a tad bit ranty. There's just some structure things in here. My main complaint with this story is the foreword by the author. He says some things in there that really just started me off on this series on the wrong foot. That may not be the case for you. It was for me. So I do recommend this series. It is a very, very good series. At least this book. I still got 5 books to read. I don't know why I'm recommending this series. I recommend this book. It is very introductory adult fantasy. If you're looking to make that jump from YA, or just even looking to break into fantasy, Age of Myth is where it's at. Like, I haven't read another one that's quite as good as this one was. I don't know why I've still got a bookmark in there. I finished this like weeks ago. No wonder I can never find my bookmarks. And then I also read Joyland by Stephen King. This is the, I believe, second chronologically of the hard case books by Stephen King. I'll go ahead and put a picture right there. I enjoyed it. It was good. It was probably a 4.5 out of 5. It had a good twist at the end, but at the same time, like, it just felt, half of that book felt like just fluff. And so as I was like listening to it, because I did it on audiobook, I was like, oh, cool, like, this kid's summer job is kind of interesting. Oh, there's a little bit of a hard case theme in there, and then, like, it's ignored for, like, 70% of the book, and then picks up at the last 30, and you're like, oh, okay. And then the last book that I read was another 4 out of 5. Or the first book I read. Actually, this was the patron pick for this month. One of my patrons, every month, my patrons, I spin a wheel. They get to choose a book for me to read. This one I listened to on audio. That is The Black Tongue Thief by Christopher Buehlman. Guys, like, you know how I mentioned Nicholas Eames earlier? Guys, even Nicholas Eames loves The Black Tongue Thief. In fact, if you love Kings of the Wild and you're looking for a fantasy book that's got that kind of humor, I would say, that special feel and that, like, humorous style of fantasy with a roguish character, The Black Tongue Thief is where it is at. I enjoyed it. At no point was I just like, when is this gonna end? A, it's not a long book. And B, if you're gonna read it, I recommend, personally, the audiobook, because it is narrated by the author himself. And I don't know if he's, like, Irish or Scottish, but, like, because our main character, whose name I cannot pronounce, is a rogue, he is able to use his accent to impart a very, very roguish nature to the character. It is absolutely hilarious. So whenever he's doing something humorous, it's always with that kind of sly, sarcastic wit that I just really, really enjoyed. That said, guys, I believe that is everything that I read this month. I will try and get you updates on the final 3 books that I am reading, just due to life circumstances, death in the family, and things of that nature. I don't know my availability for, like, the next couple of weeks, so I kind of wanted to get this filmed now. That said, guys, let me know in the comments down below how your reading month went. Do you agree with my ratings or my opinions on these books that I have spoken about? Please let me know in the comments section down below. And as always, guys, till next time, peace out, stay magical, bye. And I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons.